And we welcome you to the Danbury Ice Arena this afternoon here on YouTube and WFSB The Wax. It is time for Spice City FC Soccer. From the DIA, Spice City FC wrapping up their regular season. And they are not playoff bound after losing to their opponents this afternoon. United Elite Krajisnik up in Utica last weekend. Krajisnik coming from behind to take the 8-4 victory over Spice City FC, who will finish in second place in M2 Soccer's East Division to conclude their final regular season, inaugural season, regardless of what happens today between Krajisnik and Spice City FC. The playoffs are next weekend. Those will take place in Des Moines, Iowa. So make sure you stay tuned for that. That is coming up soon, but we have Spice City FC coming in a little bit of a short-handed lineup this afternoon, and we will give you the lineups for both teams and get things started right after the national anthem. The national anthem has concluded here. Take a look at the records for both teams. Krajisnik 10-0-1 this season. They lost an overtime game a few weeks ago to Baltimore. That has been the only blemish on their record this season. If you want to have a sense of how dominant they have been, they have allowed just 36 goals this season. Sometimes in indoor soccer, dominance can better be determined by how good you are defensively. Goal scoring not a problem for them either. 124 goals for a differential of a plus 88, which in the league is third best. The Hawks and Savage 2 have better goal differential records, mainly because of the goal scoring that each of those teams able to put out on a regular basis. Spice City FC 8-3. On the season. Their only 3 losses this year have come against today's opponent in United Elite Krajisnik. And for Tarek Mekic, the head coach of Krajisnik, his team is going to look a lot different. Most of the regulars are back home at Utica. They do have a few regulars in the lineup. Not a regular, Pedro Miranda. He will get the goalkeeping starting assignment here this afternoon for United Elite Krajisnik. Other starters Maldini Goncalves, along with Edmar Vieira, Leonardo Gualberto, Thyson Dos Santos. Those are some regular starters in this lineup, folks that we normally see on a regular basis for Krajisnik. Otherwise, a lot of new names in the lineup based on how the roster had shaped up until today. We've got, let's see, 3, 5, 7, 9, about a dozen new faces or different faces in this Krajisnik lineup. Mostly regular players for Spice City. They are missing some punch. Adamar Costa is not playing this afternoon. At least he was not on the final score sheet I was given. We will see Manny Planas in net. He's played a lot of the road games this season for Spice City FC. He has a record this season of 3-2, so he has been solid on the road. He will get the call today for Spice City FC. They are dressed in their home white uniforms with the green and yellow trim. Getting started here to begin this first quarter of play. Junior Alencar has a number change. He is in number 22. We've seen him only in number 4 this season. I thought that was going to be his number today. Not the case. He's in 22. Joining him starting on defense, it is Kareem Russell. You also have Joao Vitor out there along with Will Arboleda. Eric Laurent out there as well, along with Junior Alencar, and that is the starting lineup today for Spice City FC. Want to wish some warm wishes to Chris Legates, unable to be here today. Hope he is doing well, as he was not able to make it for this afternoon's contest, and hopefully all is okay with him as we are getting set for the opening kickoff between Spice City FC and United Elite Krajisnik. And hi to all of you folks tuning in to the final regular season game, or final game for that matter, between Spice City FC and United Elite Krajisnik to wrap up the regular season. A little bit of a sprint, just a dozen games. They start in late November, a couple of big breaks in the meantime, and now finally this game wraps it all up. And this is a game that was supposed to be played back in February. There was a weather postponement in Danbury due to a snowstorm that took place in the area. The city of Danbury in a little bit of a weather emergency, so they postponed that game. Today's the makeup, and so crowd still filing into the building for what was originally a day not on the schedule, so that could have a little bit of an impact as to who finally ends up watching the game. But as you folks know, watching Spice City FC games, they are a bit of a late arriving crowd. It's not Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, but they do tend to arrive a little bit after the kickoff as fans are still making their way into the building. Ronaldo Miranda is going to take the opening kickoff for Krajisnik. He is right at midfield with the white headband on. Krajisnik wearing blue jerseys with a white trim, and they will attack from right to left in this first quarter of action. And here we go. So Krajisnik looking to wrap up on a winning streak here. They would love to finish off with 3 straight W's, 4 overall against this Spice City FC team. Dyson Dos Santos works it back. Pitched up the far side boards. Here's Edmar Vieira, tied up along the boards, taken back by Kareem Russell. Spice City FC without a number of their attackers. We mentioned Adamar Costa, who a couple of weeks ago here had the only 2 goals in that loss. The 5-2 loss against Krajisnik in the penultimate home game for Spice City FC. He is not in the lineup this afternoon. Battle in the corner here in this opening minute as both teams are vying for control. You got Will Arboleda with that size digging in. Working back to it is Vieira. He gets cut off. Joao Vitor looking to find some space along in the corner, dancing his way out, and gets it out ahead to midfield. As the cross-court pass by Russell is taken away by Maldini Goncalves, and then drop back. Worked out to center for Armin Bujno. Gives it back now to Buljabasic. Tries to sprint across the attacking line, regained by Spice City FC. Is Spice City FC a team that traditionally in previous home games has not gotten off to a quick start. They certainly did not a couple of weeks ago against Krajisnik, as they never had an advantage in that game. Joao Vitor, the Brazilian, normally wears number 12. He's at number 26 today. Keely Sylvester wearing number 12 and currently on the bench. Meanwhile, a battle. It is Armin Mekic trying to take that away, seeing his first appearance. Meanwhile, Vitor dances it back. Over now to Mayunga. Lobs it into the corner. Knocked down. Moving over to the left side. A little bit of good work, and the cross pass out to midfield played by Spice City FC. Sylvester back over to the near side. Has the puck. Sylvester trying to dance his way to the left. And it's pitched back to Mayunga. Other familiar names not in the lineup today for Spice City FC. Dauda Ali is out of the lineup today. Gustavo Gomez, who played last week up in Utica, had a goal, is not in the lineup today as well. Felipe Reese, the Danbury native, on what is a short bench today for Spice City FC, will probably log the most turf time as a member of Spice City. And now back to Junior Alencar, looking over in the corner. Here's Reese, trying to evade some traffic, got pulled away. Now knocked out to Mekic. He's cut off in midfield and worked back to Alencar. Arboleda will sub back in as he replaces Victor Oliveira, making his debut here in Danbury, Connecticut. Back over, it's Kareem Russell. Russell having that big boot, leading goal scorer in this active lineup with 8. Meanwhile, there's a chance from Arboleda, and that hit off the side of the frame, missing the corner by inches. Nearly with the first tally of this game, and now played across the line. Here's Arboleda off the frame. Meanwhile, the rebound bouncing in, and that one is cleared out to midfield. Spice City FC with the early opportunity. Richard Rodriguez couldn't get to that one after the initial shot hit off the frame and then cleared out of harm's way. Alencar gets tied up, nearly a 2v1 down under, pushed back out, and out of the left side, a chance, and the shot off the right foot of Renilson Mendes was way off the mark and into the netting. Early counterattack for Krajisnik as Manny Planis, the goalkeeper this afternoon, looking to settle his team. Planis has backed up a couple of games this season, but this is his first in Danbury as a starter. He has played mostly on the road. He'll throw it out to midfield. Vitor looking to pitch that ahead, taken back the other way. Battle on the far side, taken by Victor Oliveira, the midfielder. Now back to Russell. He had Mayunga. And settled down by Spice. Mayunga to midfield, shadowed. Works it back off. Vitor there in his own end. Send through, good ball. Over to Mayunga, drops it back. Oliveira to Mayunga. Quarterbacking is Vitor. Chips it off the far boards. Mayunga slips, regains his footing, and he has Arboleda. Arboleda at the stripe. Moving it to his left, created some space. Gives it over to Vitor. Dancing over to his right, has room, nearly poked away, it was, but backing him up is Killy Sylvester. Fired in and knocked back out to the line. Tucked in briefly. Now send through. Foot race, Alencar, the veteran, using that speed, cutting off the angle from Rincon. And played back out to the midfield. We are scoreless with 5 minutes and 45 seconds, or check that, 5 minutes and 20 seconds gone in this first quarter. Goncalves works it back now to Miranda. A lineup of mostly new faces for Krajisnik this afternoon, at least here in Danbury, Connecticut, in their second and final meeting here in the Hat City. A chance here for Krajisnik. At the line, try to chip it across, down low to Mekic. Meanwhile, swept clear. Knockdown was Arboleda. Officials swallowing their whistles here in the early going. Played out over to Eric Laurent. Laurent in the corner. Laurent moving left. Laurent shooting, and he missed that top corner by inches. It'll be a restart. After the ball was knocked out of play, it'll be for United Elite Krajisnik. Many of the regulars who put up a ton of points this season, guys like Victor Stasiak, not in the lineup tonight. Murshad Ahmadi, these are all 30-plus point guys in the lineup normally that are not in the lineup today. Manny Silva with 15 goals on the season. Some big names also out of the lineup. Jose Tavares, a local product, and some good names not playing today for United Elite Krajisnik. So the Danbury fans will miss them, but hoping to pick up a victory in return with a little bit more experience seemingly in the lineup, at least as far as this season's M2 goals. Only a few new faces here this afternoon. Many of these players have worked together. Joao Vitor, one of them, has the ball, moves it back over, and Mayunga now feeding it across to Victor Oliveira, and back to Mayunga. Mayunga sent it off the facade of the luxury boxes for a stoppage. 8:10 to go in this first quarter. 0-0 the score here in Danbury, Connecticut on a kind of a gloomy early spring day. The weather has been utterly miserable this weekend here in northern Connecticut, northwest Connecticut as it is. Played back out. Planis will come out. Works it back out, Oliveira. Triple team, tries to get out of that. Mayunga coming in to help. Able to play the ball ahead, chips it across the line, and it is raced down in the corner by Edmar Vieira. Out through midfield, battling along the wall. Good work there by Russell as he tries to tie up Ronaldo Miranda. And back over to Vitor with 7.5 to play, no score in this first quarter. From midfield, it was Reese to Alencar, now to Russell, drop behind the back. He finds Arboleda, nice pass to the right side. Felipe Reese chipped in front, and they score! Kareem Russell, off the back of his left foot, makes it 1-0 Spice City. A nifty goal at 7 minutes and 41 seconds of this opening quarter for Kareem Russell. Normally a scorer from distance. The beautiful setup by Felipe Reese. And he is able to find Russell for his 9th goal of the season. For Reese, his first assist. And we get a stoppage in play with 7:19 left to go in this first quarter for the media timeout. Junior Alencar directing his team, talking specifically right now with some of the younger players, using that leadership and guidance to kind of direct Felipe Reese, also with Keely Sylvester. But Reese, a midfielder from Danbury, Connecticut, just a couple of years out of high school, is probably the youngest player in this lineup today. Kevin Parkin, the Oxford, Connecticut native, will draw back into his forward spot for the second time this season. He played sparingly several games back. But a short bench, preserving some playing time for pretty much everyone in this Spice City lineup. The 1-0 lead for them in the regular season finale. Ronaldo Miranda to start things once again for Krajisnik. And Krajisnik now will look to equalize. Miranda has it in midfield, pushed over and back. Gualberto from Brazil. Back across. Gualberto going through, trying for the pass, takes it back off the far boards. I'll check that. They're giving Vitor the assist. I thought it was Reese. We'll see if that changes. Played back to midfield. Will Arboleda waiting for it. Had his jersey tugged, and now we finally get the first foul called in this game, which will result in a restart for Spice City. So if the assist sticks around for Vitor, that'll be his 5th and 8th point of the season. Oliveira working it back. Now over to Keely Sylvester. Oliveira. You have Alencar on the far boards waiting and taking the pass. 6:25 to go in this first quarter. It is 1-0 Spice City on the goal scored by Russell at 7:41. Keely Sylvester. Plays in the summers with Newtown Pride. Oliveira now back to Alencar. Alencar very quickly has become the most popular of the Spice City players. And the long pass finds Eric Laurent. Laurent, the defender, chips it back out for Sylvester. Now to Arboleda, off the back of his foot, did not get that pass cleanly across. And from deep now in the Danbury Spice City FC zone, it's played back out. Arboleda waiting on it. Here's Will Arboleda, has a big foot, dancing around, making a move, got knocked down. And a clean check there by Ronaldson Mendez. Meanwhile, loose in front, and the boot Off of the right foot and out of play. There was an opportunity for Richard Rodriguez that was not able to connect. Looking to extend that lead, a little bit too much mustard on the right foot. And with Spice City up 1-0, it'll be a restart with 5:35 to go in this opening quarter. Krajisnik does have the luxury of a full bench this afternoon. Armin Mekic, number 99. I think the first time we've seen in soccer or in hockey parlance Wayne Gretzky's number. And this is normally a ice rink, the Danbury Ice Arena. Also home to indoor soccer, of course, with Spice City FC, and indoor professional football coming up this summer for the Danbury Diesel. Mayunga sent it through. Knocked down was Felipe Reese, try to recover. Vitor coming back to help, and now for Mayunga. Waiting on it, Oliveira. Back to Kareem Russell, who has the goal. Alan Carr returns onto the pitch. Junior Alan Carr makes a nice move, stuttering, could not get that through the legs of Jonathan Pires. And a restart will be in favor of Krajisnik. They try to get the ball moving quickly with 4:40 left to go in this first quarter. Crowd continuing to fill in a little bit. The luxury box, one of them's pretty full this afternoon. I know there's a birthday party today here in Danbury for some youngster. There are a lot of little kids on the pitch during the pregame warm-ups. It's something you don't see very often, where they're having fun right at midfield and the other teams are warming up to play some pro soccer. And it's one of the great little pieces of interactivity that you get from arena soccer that you don't necessarily get to see in other sports. You would never think of watching a bunch of kids skating on the ice during a professional game warm-up per se. They'll do the mic games during the intermissions, but we'll have a free kick opportunity here for Junior Alan Carr. Krajisnik setting up a two-man wall. We'll see what kind of set piece that Spice City has. Moved over, Russell in traffic, chipped in just wide, the rebound, they score! The first opportunity was by Victor Oliveira. It hit off the side of the cage, and then the rebound was knocked into a wide open net. It gives Spice City a 2-0 lead with 4:26 left to go here in the opening quarter of play. The goal was picked up by Felipe Reese. Time of the goal, 9 minutes and 34 seconds. Felipe Reese with his third goal of the season, and Spice City now with a 2-0 advantage. Remember last week, they had built up a 3-1 lead. They had a lead at the half and then did not score in the final 30 minutes as Krajisnik battling with it. Dropped it back to the right side. Long range shot coming in from the wing, and way out of play it goes. And a restart here for Spice City FC with the 2-0 advantage. Edmar Vieira had that opportunity from just inside the attacking line. Planis, the long throw. No one home for Spice City, knocked the other way, and Mayunga gets on his horse to hustle that down in the corner against the pressuring Maldini Goncalves. Helping out with Sylvester. Chip back around.
Spice City goals, number 25, Felipe
Work
Reese.
back over.
Assist by number 17.
Vuljabasic plays it back out to the pitch. Edmar Vieira working it out to the right side. Now in across was Goncalves, firing, blocked in front. And taken. Laurent tried to center it for Wilbar Herbalita. Turn back the other way, it's Vieira. Drop back out to the line. Goncalves moving it over to his left. Ronaldo Miranda. Oh, nice dance. Loose in front, but knocked down. And a nice play by Sylvester to chip that over to his left, back to Arboleda, and now for Mayunga. Nearing 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. A 2-0 lead for Spice City FC on goals by Russell and Reese. Oliveira back over. Meanwhile, Junior Alan Carr. Ooh, nice little dance to move it back through. Off the right foot of Richard Rodriguez in deep, and the goalkeeper comes out to play. That's Pedro Miranda. Meanwhile, at the line, Laurent falling. Hit off the side of the cage. A little chip shot, didn't get much on it. And Lamine Sam sends it long. Mekic trying to get to it. He is cut off by Russell. And Russell takes that away for Spice City FC. Russell dancing about as he gains the offensive zone. Firing a shot, and he missed it just wide. Long range for Russell. Unable to connect. And now back to midfield for Alencar. Moving it over to his left. And regaining it, Joao Vitor as he rejoins the play. Now over to Reese, who has the second goal in this opening quarter. Vitor, as it went behind Victor Oliveira, who now gets it back. Oliveira moves it back into the defensive third for Spice City FC, into Alencar. Alencar chips it left, trying to use Vitor as a screen. Some good pressure coming in along, pressuring was number 19, that is Ronaldson Mendes, and Alencar's knocked down. He gets helped up by a member of Krajisnik, and it will be a restart for Spice City FC. Coming up on 90 seconds to go in the quarter. Ooh, nearly coughed up in front. Some good pressure by Luis Rincon. Now a long throw by Planes, dangerously close to a three-line pass, but knocked the other way, and now knocked down by Mayunga, racing in across the line. The drop pass, and got caught up briefly. Regained briefly by Arboleda. Nice work defensively to try to get that back, and now chipped in across the line as Rincon plays it off the boards, firing off the wall. Russell able to knock that over to his left. Loose chance in front, off the side of the cage. Pressuring Planes was Leonardo Gualberto. And Planes came out of his crease to play that and cut down the angle with 1:03 to go in this first quarter. With a 2-0 lead for Spice City FC. And the season's done after today for Spice City FC. Not so for Krajisnik. A few regulars will travel to Des Moines, joining many of their teammates who have the afternoon off. They didn't have to make however they got here from Utica. Long-range opportunity from Goncalves, and that's blocked. Final minute here in the first quarter. A header. Back to the line by Arboleda. Now to Vieira. Krajisnik trying to get the final shot here in this first quarter. Thyson Dos Santos works it to the attacker. Diving on the ball was Planes. Miranda couldn't quite get to it in front of the line in the key. Final 30 seconds here in this first quarter. Sent long. It's cut off by Dos Santos. Facing pressure from Eric Laurent. Now with 20 seconds to go, it is Alessandro Cardoso. Move back over to the far wing boards. Cardoso waiting for it. Alencar cuts him off with 10. Alencar in the final seconds. Cardoso battling him down to 5. Preferring to dance with it is Alencar. Alencar will wait, and the horn sounds, ending this first period of action. So Spice City strikes not once but twice. Russell is 9th of the season at 7:41. Just under 2 minutes later, it was Felipe Reese with his 3rd of the season. He has a multi-point game this afternoon, and we are 15 minutes in. We'll step aside and come back with the second quarter after this. You're watching Spice City FC. Getting set for the beginning of the second quarter here in Danbury, Connecticut on YouTube and WFSB The Max. Thanks to you for joining us this afternoon. Final game for Spice City FC this season. They have a 2-0 lead over United Elite Krajisnik of Utica, New York. A team that, when they defeated Spice City last Sunday in their home building, clinched the final playoff spot for M2 Soccer out of the East Division. And now they look to get one early here in the second. Shot quickly on goal. The rebound was blocked. The second effort came from Mendes, and some danger evaded here for Spice City FC. Planis made one good save. They didn't have to make the second, and now we have a foul on Spice City FC, resulting in a restart. And quickly gained by Krajisnik. The goals in the first period came just under 2 minutes apart from Russell and Reese, both from up close. Krajisnik battling to gain the attacking third. Played back out to midfield for Vieira. Now in the corner, a chance, and that one rolls right into the breadbasket of Manny Planis, who comes in with a record of 3-2 this season. Long pass ahead, and well, that should be whistled down for a three-line pass. They don't. Play continues on. Now coming in across the line, Bujno. Pass to the right side. That one blocked. Knocked away. And taken back by Bujno. Look to move it in front. Booted out to midfield. Dyson Dos Santos, number 21, gives it over to Mendes. Works it back to the right side for Gualberto. Leonardo Gualberto from range, and he sent it into the box, headed into the bleachers with 1:30 gone by in the second quarter. It'll be a restart for United Elite Krajisnik. These were the three games everyone was anticipating for well over a month between Spice City and Krajisnik. The three games to end the regular season. The two teams were neck and neck at the start of those three games. Krajisnik won 5-2 a couple of weeks ago here, and then last week the 8-4 win. That put to bed the East Division title for United Elite Krajisnik, who has a 6-point lead over Spice City FC. So all Spice City FC can do is close the gap a little bit on first place, and they will be locked into second and miss out on a playoff spot as a result. At midfield, Victor Oliveira trying to move it over. Oliveira fighting from traffic, chipped over to the right side. Oh, and that was shanked off the left foot of Felipe Reese, looking for goal number 2. And meanwhile, a whistle back the other way for a stoppage with 13:08 to go in the half. Even though the soccer season is ending, things are still heating up at the Danbury Ice Arena. Still have the hat tricks and the Federal Professional Hockey League, as well as NAHL hockey wrapping up their season. Kareem Russell softly chips it to the corner, sent through to the box. Sharp angle in front, a shot. Oh, a diving save. What a stop. Oliveira had a golden opportunity, but Pedro Miranda, brilliant save. Now sent back the other way. Good hustle there by Alencar to get to it first. Takes it back from Manny Planis. And now over to Joao Vitor. Vitor looking to get out of traffic, finding Russell. Russell looks to chip that back. It was off the body of Bujno. And now Alencar with 12:30 to go in this first half of play. Now to midfield. Felipe Reese getting tripped up by the pressuring Cardoso, and a restart here for Spice City. And all you can think about now, if you're a Spice City FC fan, the promise of things to come in season number 2. Meanwhile, Russell trying to get a chance. He was knocked down and appears to be a bit hurt. Meanwhile, Junior Alencar to play it back to the goalkeeper, Planis. Russell finally getting up. Alencar, again, the officials have been pretty sparing with the whistle today. Now it's Lamine Sam. Knocks it across the attacking line into the Spice City FC zone. Keely Sylvester returns for Spice City FC as it's booted out of play by Krajisnik's number 22, Lamine Sam. Matt Zavanda, Kyle Liddy doing such a fantastic job getting this team together in just a few short months for the first season of professional hockey here in Connecticut, or at least in the Danbury area, I should say. Obviously other levels of pro hockey in the state, and we get a whistle in front of the Krajisnik bench. But this is Danbury's first pro soccer team, and it's done pretty well in its inaugural campaign. You'll see a much bigger push through the offseason. Had some good crowds. Today was a makeup game, so not exactly what we saw in some of the others, but still the faithful out here today. As it is Juan Gama seeing his first activity of the day. Number 6, late addition to the lineup, was not scheduled to play, was added to the sheet today. Juan Gama's got the nice little mohawk going on here for Spice City FC. Meanwhile, attacking with it is Miranda. Boots it back out across into midfield. And now Sewell moves it over to the right side to Ronaldson Mendes. Sewell, number 18 for Krajisnik. Sent through to the box. Players falling everywhere. No one seems to want it. Now finally Arboleda comes up. And there's a whistle. So they do stop play for the downed man in the Spice City zone. They did not do that earlier when Russell got knocked down from behind. We'll see if the trainer comes out to have a look. You have Diego Mayunga, the Queens native from Bloomfield College. He was a little slow to get up to go back to the Spice City FC bench. And now the trainer for Krajisnik, she makes her way to the turf just as the player who was dinged up a little bit gets back up. That was Ronaldo Miranda. We will have a free kick coming up here. And let's see where they put that ball. Is it going to be in that space in the... Oh, it's going to be a restart here for Spice City. So the flop doesn't result in anything. And now we'll get a stoppage. Are they going to do this again? It looks like they are. And another restart. This time it'll be taken out himself. Junior Alencar moving to his left. Alencar gaining the offensive zone. Chipped in front and pushed just wide. Oh, what a great chance. Right in front. It was sitting there for Victor Oliveira. Could not put that into the open goal on what was a brilliant centering pass from the corner by Junior Alencar. And still a 2-0 lead here for Spice City, and that would have been the play of the day up until this point, had Oliveira had been able to finish in his Spice City FC home debut. So the keeper, Pedro Miranda, will start it off. Played back, taken by Mayunga. Oliveira with it. He'll move it to midfield as he was pressured a bit by Mekic. Now Keely Sylvester. Sylvester moves it over. Mayunga sent that ahead. Knocked down by Dos Santos. One of the few regulars in the lineup today. Nearing 5 minutes played in this second quarter. Battle along the boards. Mayunga digs in there, able to get that over. Moves it back. Richard Rodriguez trying to get in front of his man, Goncalves. Rodriguez able to get out of harm's way. Now over to Will Arboleda, and Arboleda will move it back to the center line. Gives over to Mayunga. Thought about sending it long. Now over. Felipe Reese. Little pitch and catch. He gets it back. Reese, one of the 2 goals today, scored for Spice City FC. Nice lunge there by Reese with the right hand. Tries to get back out to midfield. He's cut off. Racing and hustling all the way into the corner was Keely Sylvester. Back to Alencar, able to dance out of harm's way. He has Arboleda. Here's Arboleda. Oh, and it just skipped over his foot. 2 brilliant passes here in the last couple of minutes by Junior Alencar, the native of Ivory Coast. And, oh, he could have easily, had those plays been finished, given Spice City FC a 4-0 lead. But we will have a great opportunity here for Spice City FC on a whistle. It'll be a restart, a free shot from the top of the key. Alencar coaching on the turf, trying to position everyone. They're boxed each edge of the key. And it looks like Alencar may attempt to send this through. Three-man wall. There's a shot. Oh, a diving save made by Miranda. Meanwhile, played in the corner. Arboleda firing off the boards. Felipe Reese cuts it off. Now sent through. Here's an opportunity. 1v0. The shot stopped by Planis. Oh, what a save. He robbed Luis Rincon. Here comes Alencar. Alencar in. Alencar gets tripped up across the line by Armin Bujno, and a free kick and a blue card being issued. It'll be a power play for Spice City FC. Victor Bujno, flabbergasted that the card got put up. A 2-minute penalty on him for a trip. First power play opportunity for Spice City FC, and it comes at 6:13 of the second quarter. Spice City looking to extend their 2-0 advantage. Russell, Mayunga, Vitor out there, along with Victor Oliveira and Eric Laurent. That is your power play here to get things started. Mayunga. Russell's got that big foot, the left foot that can score from distance. Mayunga now. Vitor chipped across. Knifed down by Russell. Russell try to send it through and off the foot of Leonardo Gualberto and smothered by the keeper as it's played back out. Mayunga trying to get back around Goncalves. Goncalves short-handed, or short-footed in this case. Goncalves played off the boards. Oh, a little manhandling going on there. Vitor knocked into a guy, and now we get a stoppage. And a whistle on Spice City FC with 1:18 left in the man advantage. On the first power play of this game, with Spice City trying to extend their 2-0 lead to 3-0. It'll be a restart for Cardozo. Number 20 for Krajisnik. Cardozo lobs that one in. Off the corner boards, Gualberto there. Double teamed, can't get it out. Now a good hustle. Here comes Spice City FC on the run. Joao Vitor tied up in front of his bench by Gualberto. Vitor dancing out of harm's way. Moves it back across. Eric Laurent in. Under a minute left in the power play. Played back up top. Russell. Now Alencar will come back in for the Queens native Mayunga. A brilliant second quarter here so far, and a big boot, and that one knuckled off the double post. First the far one, then the near one after the Russell shot. Russell has it again. Drops a nifty pass behind the back. Russell gets it back from Laurent. Finds Alencar. Alencar thought about lining it up. Waits. Finds an open Vitor. Moves it to the left foot. A shot knocked down in front. Play is still live. Vitor with 10 left in the power play. Over to Russell. Holding for one last shot. Booted and blocked. Knocked all the way out. Planis plays it ahead with 3. Russell sent through. Try to chip it was Reese. Coming out of the cage. Miranda to play it. And now back to 5-on-5 hockey. The penalty killed off by Krajisnik. And now it is Bujno who served the penalty. Playing it back to midfield. And Thyson Dos Santos will take it away for Krajisnik. Ahead now to Buljabasic. Tries to take the return pass. Buljabasic, and that near post was sharply guarded by Manny Planis as it remains 2-0. Final regular season game for Spice City FC. Oh, here's Laurent. He's got speed. Laurent trying to move in, and oh, he could not get past the goalkeeper. Miranda, well, he is not the smallest boy out there, but he was able to make the stop. He's looked pretty good in goal. The 2 goals he did give up, not much he could do on either of those. They were basically point-blank range, easy tap-in opportunities. Back to the left side, and the shot blocked by Planis. Arboleda looking to battle and get that out of the zone. Able to evade a double team. Comes back to the right foot. Looking, finding a man. That was Richard Rodriguez, and a whistle as Arboleda knocked down with 5:29 left to go in the first half. Final tune-up here for Krajisnik before their playoff run, but really a tune-up that only has a few of their regulars in the lineup today. So more chance to get rest before they have to make a pretty long trip to Des Moines, Iowa. And here comes Spice City FC. Richard Rodriguez, Aaron pass, and regained out at midfield by Ronaldson Mendez, who gets tied up, and Mendez able to recover. Not against Alencar, though. Dancing out of it harmlessly, nearly. Just love the footwork there. That time he turns it over. 2-on-1, and recovering to get back and make a play was Alencar to slow things down, prevent a clean shot from getting in on the goalkeeper, Planis, and now chipped out to midfield. Drop back off. Here comes Laurent. He's got speed. Moving to his right from a sharp angle, and the stop made by Pedro Miranda as he fires it out to midfield. Able to find that big body of Mendez. Works it over to the left side. And now back down to Miranda. With the white headband. Shot was blocked. It's Juan Gama. Gama moving, dancing left to Mayunga. Off the boards. At the line, a shot. Sliding block made by the keeper, Miranda. Punching that ball out. And regained by Spice City FC at midfield. Rodriguez getting his arm pulled by number 11 for United Elite Krajisnik. And meanwhile, played back out. And we get a whistle stoppage with 4:01 to go in this first half. We'll see both teams go back to their respective benches for a little bit of a break. It is a 2-0 lead still for Spice City FC. There's a number 11 who was on the pitch. And I'm going to be honest, for the life of me, there's no number 11 on the official United Elite Krajisnik score sheet. I literally came back and looked at it again. I took a picture of it on my phone. So there's a number 11 in the lineup, and I can't tell you who it is. Whoever it is, I don't believe it's Manny Silva, because he's normally a regular in the lineup with 15 goals on the season, and this number 11 has barely seen any turf time in the game here today as we are in the officials' timeout. Junior Alencar, who is, for all intents and purposes, the player coach for this Spice City FC club, directs everything, whether he is on the bench, and it's even more interesting when you watch him on the turf. It's like he's moving players around on a chessboard himself, telling guys where to go and setting up plays in real time. It's not something you really see often. You don't see it. We have not seen that level of on-turf coaching from the opposition clubs that have played. Now, of course, Krajisnik has a head coach in Tarek Merrick and Mekic, and they do have, I believe, some more set pieces and kind of a little bit more of a design when they come into these games. And the lineups for Spice City FC all season long have been pretty fluid. Despite that, they do see a pretty good chemistry with a number of the key guys. Today's lineup, though, looks a little bit different. You don't have Adamar Costa, who's been great. You know, Gustavo Gomez has had some really big games here at home this season. He did play last week. Andre Morrison's been a regular. Kevon Frater. So some of those names that you heard early on in the year not available today. As we have restarted here, and now under 4 minutes to go, we get a whistle and a restart for Krajisnik with 3:43 left to go in the half. Certainly a frustrating first half for Krajisnik, as they have failed to generate much of any offense against Manny Planis. They try to work the boards and angle it back into the box for a rebound opportunity, and the Spice City FC club has done a pretty good job of clearing those opportunities out. Meanwhile, Juan Gama on his backside trying to defend, does so, got it ahead to Arboleda, Arboleda has that size, and he's able to use that, though, as he gets knocked down by Jonathan Pires. So a kick restart here for Spice City FC with 3:15 to go in the first half. Mayunga, Vitor, Russell, Arboleda, and Wangama is working as a target, drops it back. Vitor moving right. Vitor in front, a shot, and Arboleda scores! Nifty passing by Vitor to find a wide open Will Arboleda for his third of the season. 8:54, time of the goal. Arboleda from Vitor. Vitor credited with his second assist of the game. Nifty teamwork by Spice City FC to extend their advantage. And they're showing the kind of first half that they did mostly 1 week ago Sunday in Utica. Now the key for them is holding on to that lead in quarters 3 and 4 to pick up what would be their first victory ever in franchise history over Krajisnik, as a chance hit off the side of the cage. Rodriguez double team near the corner, regained by Krajisnik, worked in front, nice save made. Vieira trying to crash the goal. He was stopped by Planis. Meanwhile, loose ball hammered out into midfield. Felipe Reese battling along the near side. A couple of blue and white sweaters follow him. Keely Sylvester tries to punch it out across the midfield, does, but Vieira back for it. And now he's flanked by a couple of bodies, and they will get a penalty on Keely Sylvester. A restart for Krajisnik. Russell will re-enter for Sylvester with 2:16 to go in the half. The restart off the foot of Ronaldo Miranda. Back at center, Russell. Nice work, but turned back the other way. 3-on-1 opportunity. That one, a diving stop by Planis. It was a mistimed pass. Luis Rincon put it a little bit too far, trying to find the winger coming down the left side, and Planis was able to dive on that ball and stop play. As it is a turnover, now a 2v1. Ronaldo Miranda, pass up top, a shot shanked by Gualberto. And it remains a 3-0 Spice City FC lead. A minute 42 now left in the half. And if you're Krajisnik, a chance to adjust once you get back into the dressing room here after this last minute 42 of play. They have been dominated by Spice City FC across the entirety of what is now almost 30 minutes of gameplay. A long throw reaches Alencar near his bench, pushing it back. Richard Rodriguez, he got hammered down, shouldered down by Miranda, looking in front, and that one cleared from the crease. That was nicely done with a minute 25 to go in the first half. And where Krajisnik may have an advantage is with the bodies, a full complement of players. They can get fresh men on after every stoppage in play. They bring 3 fresh men out there. Vieira will have the corner. Vieira adjusting that ball, and set play here. Overloading along the far side. Vieira chipped in front, and a little moving shot came in a little bit high. They had the right idea. Shot came in off the foot of Maldini Goncalves, the midfielder with 7 goals on the season in 7 games. Unable to maintain a true shot under the crossbar. Still a 3-0 lead for Spice City with a minute 23 to go in the first half. Russell talking with an Alencar, and Alencar really now talking to Russell. Russell doing the listening. And work on the boards. Planis will get the ball in the goal area to get a throw to restart things. Not a Vitor. 80 seconds to go in the half. Vitor moving, stumbling briefly. Found Laurent. Tied up, turnover. Knocked in off the boards. Laurent tracking it down. Facing a bit of a trap. Alan Carr got it out. Little muscle on that kick. Mendes now has it, but turned over. Final minute here. Russell dropped it through. Here's Arboleda moving right, shooting. And it got a piece of Dos Santos. Right back to Arboleda. Double team. Kicks his way out of it. Looks to dribble back toward the corner. Now 3 Utica players. Krajisnik battling him. Arboleda falls, pops back up. Alencar takes it across the line, makes a move to the right. Now to 30 seconds to go. Half number 1. Give and go with Russell. Vitor over Nato Wangama. Vitor back with it. Here's Gama. Chip to the cross. Down to 20. Sent through to Russell by Alencar from the corner. Russell waiting. Chips that one. Bicycle kick just missed. Oh, Arboleda. And that was the only attempt he really had. It wasn't an opportunity to be pretty. It was an opportunity to be efficient. Arboleda nearly converted on the bicycle kick with 12.6 to go. He didn't miss it by much, folks. Final 10 of the half. Meanwhile, Mendes got a little whack in the back from Alencar. He acted like he got stabbed in the backside there, and the half comes to an end. 30 minutes are complete. It has been a Spice City dominant first 30 minutes. Goals from Russell, Reese, and Arboleda has Spice City FC up by a 3-0 margin. We'll come back in a bit with the second half. You're watching Spice City FC Soccer on YouTube. And welcome back to the Danbury Arena here in Danbury, Connecticut. Phil Jubileo with you on YouTube and WFFSP The Max. Getting ready for the second half between Spice City FC hosting United Elite Krajisnik in the regular season finale for both teams. The top two teams in the East Division. Krajisnik winning the division after picking up victories over Spice City. The previous two Sundays, they clinched the East Division with an 8-4 victory last Sunday. So as far as playoff implication, this game doesn't have any. But for Spice City FC, a team with just 3 losses on the season, all against Krajisnik, a chance to wrap up their inaugural campaign with a victory. And with the victory over a team they have yet to gain an advantage on this season. They never led 2 weeks ago against Krajisnik. Last week, they had the lead at the half. Krajisnik dominant over the final 30 minutes of play. But that was a bit of a different lineup that dressed up in Utica last week than what we have here today for Krajisnik, where most of the bodies in the lineup are newcomers to Krajisnik for this game, and that's not entirely uncommon. If you recall some of the earlier games against Baltimore and against the Salisbury Stakes, they would have very different lineups from week to week when they came to Danbury, save for a few of their core players. It will be Krajisnik to start this third quarter of play. Going from right to left, Maldini Goncalves, who is one of those few regulars in the Krajisnik lineup, getting bodied up by Juan Gama. Now worked back along to the far boards. Krajisnik trying to get the 0 off the board. Nice work back outside. Leonardo Gualberto will work it over for Goncalves, number 7 for Krajisnik. Chipped into the corner of the attack zone. Little 3-on-1 battle as it's played back out to midfield by Thaisan Dos Santos. A little bit more deliberate movement here from Utica to start off this third quarter. Dos Santos, 6 points in 9 games this season. Now Goncalves cut off by Juan Gama. He lost it. And now there's a chance from Goncalves way off the mark. Alencar bangs it off the wall. Regained by Goncalves, drop back off into midfield. Utica will restart, led by Edmar Vieira. Vieira's got that black headband on. Vieira chips it back off. Now we'll flash into the attack zone. You've got Armin Mekic out there as well. He's number 99, started the game. His first action here in Danbury this season. Nearing 90 seconds played to this third quarter. Meanwhile, it's worked down by Bujno. Armin Bujno back over. Now to Mekic from the right side. A nice shot, rebound, score! It was Mekic off the rebound, and the initial shot came in. It was off the crossbar from the right foot of Edmar Vieira, and Mekic was there to knock the rebound in as Krajisnik gets on the board at 1:39 of this third quarter. First of the year from Mekic. Vieira getting his first assist of the season. He had 3 goals in the prior 10 games coming into tonight. So an early one here for Krajisnik. See how Spice City can counter. Joao Vitor works it back in the corner.
Goal scored by number 99. Assist by number 10.
Work back out. Now dumped in by Mayunga by the side of the cage. Moved over. Nice little work there. Shot from the left foot is disrupted. Now played by Sylvester in midfield. And across the line. Defended beautifully. Oh, and Rincon goes down. It was a play with Sylvester. And they're going to get a card on Keely Sylvester, and he doesn't quite understand why. But it'll be a power play here at the 2:17 mark. And Krajisnik stymied throughout the first 30 minutes. They get the early third quarter goal by Mekic. And now a chance to make this a one-shot game rather early in the second half, with Keely Sylvester in the box for the next 2 minutes. Andre Rincon playing his first of the season here in Danbury for Krajisnik. He went down pretty hard after that little collision. At midfield, Dos Santos works it across. Vieira back to Dos Santos. Most of the regulars that made the trip from Utica into the lineup today are on the pitch right now. Dos Santos moves it back. Edmar Vieira sent across. Sent into the box, off the cage, and Planis was able to roll back on and hang on to that. Now a long throw headed at midfield. Over to Vieira. Back to the right side. Now in the corner. Back out to Dos Santos. And now Goncalves. Dos Santos shuffling the foot off the frame. He got it back. Planis never saw that shot come in. Vieira moves players into the box. The pass through. Too far for Goncalves. And rolled up by Planis. 50 seconds left in the penalty. And now just thrown out by the keeper from Spice City FC, as Goncalves has it back in the attack zone for Dos Santos. 3-1, Spice City leading. Thayan Dos Santos to Vieira. Now over Goncalves with a shot way out of play. Restart here for Spice City FC with 32 seconds left in the power play. As Spice City FC remaining shorthanded on the kill, you have Junior Alencar with Laurent, Russell, and Vitor. Good work to throw that one into some open space. Dos Santos tracking it down. Just about 4 minutes played in this third quarter. Ronaldo Miranda back over Dos Santos. Miranda gets it back. Now in the corner, sent through, defended beautifully by Joao Vitor. And he'll get that one clear all the way through. And the keeper, Pedro Miranda, plays that ahead. Now in for Vieira. Penalty just about expired. Vieira pressured, and they'll get Junior Alencar. Just kind of shrugs his shoulder. Seems a little bit, and they're going to get him for a blue card. Edmar Vieira down and holding that right knee. Oh, he got his wish. He got the blue card. He can get up now. So Alencar, right after the penalty on Sylvester ended, and this one comes at 4:19, so just 2 seconds after one penalty ends. Another one called on Spice City, and another penalty kill coming up. This will be the second power play for United Elite Krajisnik. And it begins with Alessandro Cordero along with Goncalves. Dos Santos is out there, joined by Jonathan Pires. Looks like Sewell is rounding out the group. Or is that Ronaldson? That might be Mendes. Can't see the number on the back of his jersey. Goncalves back to Dos Santos. Back to Goncalves. So no Alencar on this penalty kill. That hurts them. 2-goal lead here for Spice City, trying to hang on to it. Thayan Dos Santos fires one off the frame. And that one worked back out to midfield. Laurent with speed tracks it down, and Goncalves cuts him off before Laurent could do much of anything. He'll have to get back. Played in. Here's an opportunity. It's shot, save, made the rebound, and that one is taken out. Oh, Planis, a couple of big saves in traffic. Huge stops by Planis. They had bodies in front. Krajisnik couldn't make it a one-goal game, and now another opportunity. Planis the save, and he'll hang on to it. And you had Ronaldson Mendes on top of Spice City FC's Keely Sylvester. With 1:07 left, he had a knee in his back. It'll be Armin Bujno coming into this game. And a restart here for Manny Planis and Spice City FC. Fired, intended for Russell. He got cut off. Mekic, who has the one goal in this game, tried to send it to the box. Chip back out to the right side. Laurent gets that to midfield. Couldn't get it all the way down. Mekic gives it back. Dos Santos quarterbacking the power play with 48 left in the man advantage. Goncalves fires one. That was blocked by Vitor. Big minutes here for Joao Vitor, who has a couple of assists in this game. Now Goncalves, another block. Russell chips that one. Keely Sylvester. Oh, what a nice play. Here comes Sylvester. Sylvester short-handed. And Goncalves knocks him down in the corner. There will be no whistle. And Sylvester's got to hustle to get back in the play. Bujno fires one into the breadbasket from his knees. The save is made. 13 left in the power play for Krajisnik. That'll just about do it. As Joao Vitor chips it over. A little too far for Diego Mayunga. Played by Dos Santos. Penalty is over. And in the corner, that one moved across. Goncalves fired it wide and off the wall, and it comes right over to Junior Alencar. Alencar 1-on-3. Hustling it down in the attack zone. Flanked by a couple of blue sweaters. They say that was a clean dispossession of the captain of this team with 8:15 to play in the third quarter. 3-1 score. Krajisnik getting on the board. Angling it down in the corner is Vitor. Vitor, nice move. Has space along the far boards. Moves it back to his left. Try to shuffle it around and regained by Buljabasic. One of the smaller guys for this Krajisnik team, Buljabasic. Knocked down Kareem Russell, but it's Buljabasic getting fronted by Joao Vitor, lifting it over to Mayunga. And Diego Mayunga using his body to protect the ball from Luis Rincon. Mayunga continuing to work it out in front. Alencar there, can't get it out. There's a chance. Oh, what a stop. It was rocketed in by Sewell. And meanwhile, Arboleda was knocked down. It'll be a restart for Spice City FC with 7:26 left in the third quarter. Officials talking to somebody on the Spice City bench. And here we go. Arboleda's got it. Arboleda trying to step around Dos Santos. He'll get the whistle with 7:18 left to go in the quarter. More whistles here in this third quarter than we have seen pretty much in the entirety of the game. The officials were pretty silent in the first. We saw a blue card in the second as the shot in is stopped by Miranda. It gave a power play opportunity to Spice City. And then here in this third quarter, back-to-back blue cards on Keely Sylvester and Junior Alencar. But Spice City killed off those 4 minutes in penalties. Alencar has it, crossing the line. Was knocked down by Armin Mekic, who has the goal for Krajisnik, number 99. When he scored his goal, he kind of hunched over and limped around as if he was walking with a cane. Might be fitting. For those of you watching who had a good look at Mekic, I think he was poking a little fun at himself, and that's what makes the game fun. A little bit. He's not the youngest guy out there. That's okay. Meanwhile, here comes Krajisnik back in across the line. Oh, nice work. Mayunga was able to dispossess Mendez, who immediately tripped up the veteran for Spice City FC. It'll be a restart for Spice City with 6:40 left to go in the third quarter. It'll be taken by Diego Mayunga. You have Sylvester out there, along with Rodriguez. But meanwhile, here's a chance from range save. Made the rebound, and that one was knocked away by the keeper, Miranda. A couple of good looks. Meanwhile, 2-on-2 the other way for Krajisnik. In across. Goncalves off the wall too far. Rodriguez has it. Rodriguez chips it over. Keely Sylvester sent through. Looks to race it down. He's able to win that battle. Here's Sylvester in the corner, and sharp angle sent in on the keeper, Miranda. Pedro Miranda rolls it out. And Krajisnik, this has been a really competitive game between these two teams. Spice City did dominate the first half as far as scoring, but they had a fight for every chance that they were given. The early goal coming from Mekic here in this third quarter, but then we see the penalty kill doing really a great job for Spice City FC. Meanwhile, a loose ball here. Slide tackle made. Nice stop by Diego Mayunga. Spice City gets it out to the midfield. Dos Santos looks to dance around Kevin Parkin, the Oxford native, seeing some action here in this third quarter. Has not seen much as it's knocked out by Russell. Parkin's a little late getting to it. Leonardo Gualberto gets the forearm shiver from Parkin. So the foul on the first year for Spice City FC. And a restart for Krajisnik. 5:10 to go in this third quarter. Buljabasic works it back. Krajisnik advancing. That one does stay in play. Off the wall for Mendes, and then he knocks it way out of play. And we get a media timeout with 4:54 left to go in the third quarter. Spice City FC 3, United Elite Krajisnik 1. We'll give you a recap as to how we got here. Spice City got both of the goals in the first quarter. It was Russell on a little back of his foot, a heel tap in at 7:41 from Joao Vitor, and then just under 2 minutes later at 9:39, it was Felipe Reis, also from point-blank range, able to make it 2-0. That was the score after one. In the second quarter, first blue card of this game was issued to Armin Bujno. That came at 6:13. Spice City FC unable to convert on their power play, but at 8:54, a great little pass across by Vitor, finding a wide open Will Arboleda. For his third goal of the season, the Rhode Island native made it 3-0. That was the score at the half. Third quarter, Krajisnik striking early. A shot off the foot of Vieira hit the frame, and then Mekic was there to head the rebound through for his first. That came at 1:39. Seconds after that, the first of two straight blue cards. Keely Sylvester at 2:17, followed by Junior Alencar at 4:19. And Spice City FC killed off all four of those penalty minutes against them. Ready to restart this third quarter with 4:54 left to go. Thanks for joining us on YouTube here for the Spice City FC inaugural season finale. Phil Jubileo with you. Big thanks to the ownership of Matt Savanda, also Kyle Liddy, doing a fantastic job putting this franchise together fairly quickly to get the first season of pro soccer going in Danbury, Connecticut. There's been some really good crowds, and there's a foul from behind. They're going to get the card up. Armin Mekic begging for the mercy from the officials. Gets that. Be a pretty good spot here for Alencar on this penalty kick. They'll just shuffle it over to Gama. Now over Vitor along the wing. Joao Vitor flashes it in. There's a chance for Alencar. Sharp angle off the boards. And the rebound played out to midfield, taken back by Vitor. Chips it over. Russell chunks that to Gama. Juan Gama with that mohawk flows it back now. Russell to Richard Rodriguez, or check that to Victor Oliveira. Oliveira, Gama off the right foot, blocked. Gama has it back. Russell, who had his first goal from down low and couldn't get a shot off there. Back to the midfield. Victor Oliveira, and now goes through the body of Junior Alencar, forcing Planis to play that up ahead. Send through to Vitor, moves it to Russell. Alencar off the heel of his left foot a little too far. That'll start Krajisnik back the other way. A little miscommunication on the pass and a player down. for Krajisnik at midfield, and I think they're going to call quickly for the trainer to come on out and have a look. Is that Jonathan Pires, number 8, on the pitch? We'll see with 3:32 left to go in this third quarter. Trainer comes out for the second time for United Elite Krajisnik here in this third. Looks like something hit the side of his head, and this one a little bit more concerning than what we saw earlier on in this game. And Junior Alencar is talking with one of the players for Krajisnik. I think he was trying to describe kind of what happened before that took place. And it is number 8, Jonathan Pires, the midfielder, added to the roster for today's game for Krajisnik, and a little slow for him getting up. Meanwhile, Alencar comes over to talk to his defender, Eric Laurent. Pires able to get up. Just shaking his head no, and let's see, is he going to go into the tunnel or back onto the bench? Looks like he's going to go into the tunnel, and the trainer will continue to work with him. Get the restart shortly with 3:32 to go in the half. Or check that in the third quarter. So a 3-1 game for Spice City. Just a lone goal scored by Armin Mekic. And the restart for Spice City. Arbolita's got it. Will Arbolita turning, moving it to the left. Vitor there. Back over to Wangama, to Vitor. Dispossessed by Edmar Vieira. Now up the right side, here's Bujna. Bujna flanked by a sea of white and gold and green, and now taken back. Vitor sent through to Arbolita. He has a goal today. Arbolita using his strength to work along the board, sent off of the body of Gualberto, tried to use the opposing team to knock that in as a carom, but stays out of the back of the cage. Is Alencar at midfield with under 3 minutes to go in the third. Alencar moving to his right. Players flashing in and out of the attack zone. Kareem Russell, who has one of the 3 today. Works it back to Gama, back to Russell. Gama tried to get there. He's cut off. Headed around. Alencar chips it over. Here's Vitor. He just waits it out. Vitor over to Russell. Dropped it through, and that one misfired off the right foot of Joao Vitor. Trying to get it on the inside of his right foot. Kind of bounded off the outside and went in the wrong direction into the netting. It'll give Krajisnik a restart with 2:27 to go in quarter number 3. Spice City still up by a couple. That third goal right now looming large as some insurance. And what has been a very defensive, low-scoring affair. We've seen some good saves from both of the keepers in this game. Buljabasic dispossessed by Keely Sylvester, who looks to get that back. Kevin Parkin is out there. Over to Eric Laurent. Over the head of Mayunga. And the goalkeeper's got it. Manny Planes sent to midfield. Parkin there. Parkin lost it. Played back across into the attacking zone briefly. And then chipped ahead. Parkin's got it for Spice City FC. Now to Keely Sylvester. Back to Parkin. Sent through Sylvester. Looking for a 2v1, but Sewell stepped into the play to take it away for Krajisnik. Now with 1:40 to go in this third quarter. Long ball, 2v1 coming. Sent across, and good back pressure by Vitor, preventing that pass from getting through. And meanwhile, just a shove right at midfield. A useless one there. Sylvester got knocked down to the turf by Edmar Vieira. No cause for that, no reason. As Mayunga gives it to Sylvester, under 90 seconds to go in the quarter. 3-1 game, Spice City on top. They had a 2-goal lead after one, a 3-0 lead at the half. The only goal scored early on in this third quarter by Armin Mekic of Krajisnik. First of the season to make this a 2-goal score. Despite 2 power play opportunities for Krajisnik, they were not able to make this a 1-goal game. Now we have a minute to go in the quarter. Ball comes in. Planes forced to play it and kicks it out of play. And let's see, that's going to become a Free shot opportunity at the top of the key here for Krajisnik, as it was kicked out of play off the foot of Planis. And we'll see if Krajisnik tries to set piece that or force it through. Thayon Dos Santos talking with his teammate Maldini Goncalves. It'll be Dos Santos, two-man wall set. Oh, and there's a shot and they score! It was not Dos Santos who took the shot. Instead, it was a rocket off the foot of Armin Bujno. Top corner, 1-goal game with 53.4 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, that was a rocket here at the 14-minute and 6-second mark. And a huge late quarter goal for Krajisnik. Right back in this game despite the 3-0 deficit for them at the half. In across the line. Spice City has not had much offense in this third quarter. Having to kill 4 minutes off, part of that. Otherwise, some stout defense here. Meanwhile, Felipe Reis drops it behind the back. Chips it softly in. Had Russell. Russell surrounded by 3 bodies back in the corner. Miranda, the keeper, aggressively coming out to play that. He gets knocked down, and I think he drew a whistle against Spice City. They'll bring it back there with 18.4 left to go in the quarter. So Pedro Miranda, the goalkeeper today for Krajisnik, getting a very important whistle, favoring his club here. Down to 10 seconds left in the third. Now under 10. Krajisnik seems content to just waste this away. 3 seconds, sent through, battling, and the quarter ends. So 2 unanswered goals by Krajisnik. The first one coming in at a minute 39. Mekic, his first from Vieira, and then on the penalty kick, it was Bujno, a rocket to the top corner at 14:06. We'll come back with the fourth right after this on YouTube. And we're just about set for the fourth quarter at the Danbury Ice Arena. Phil Jubileo with you on YouTube. Spice City FC Soccer. Final game of the season for Spice City FC. Looking to snap two-game losing streak. They've dropped the last couple to Krajisnik in consecutive weeks, trying to beat Krajisnik to pick up their 9th win to conclude their inaugural campaign. Krajisnik, the playoff team out of the East, after winning last Sunday 8-4 over Spice City to clinch that final playoff berth in M2. They'll play those games soon in Des Moines, the final 4. They'll get those games going in a weekend, and then the season will be done. It's a sprint, and meanwhile sprinting after it is Junior Alencar as he wins the foot race for the ball, knocked out, but we get a stoppage here. Planis, and I think because he went hard a little bit into the boards, the official wanted to make sure he was okay. And he is. Alencar will start off this fourth quarter. He has Russell, along with Vitor, Will Arboleda, and Juan Gama. Juan Gama did not play in the first half. Saw that a few weeks ago where a bunch of players got here late and came in after, and that could have been the case with Gama. Meanwhile, loose ball. Oh, nice move. Vitor from the left foot, and the shot was blocked. Vitor's got it back in the corner, chipped up the wall. Here comes Russell, and back to Alencar. Now Will Arboleda. An early goal for Spice City in a game like this would be pretty huge to put them back on top by 2. And Arboleda draws the whistle in the corner, and it'll be a corner kick here, which Alencar will be able to start with. A couple of substitutions. You see Armin Mekic hustle back onto the pitch for Krajisnik, along with Edmar Vieira. So they return. Meanwhile, off the draw, shot, and they score! Joao Vitor on the set piece from Alencar. It's 4-2 Spice City. Vitor having himself quite a game, 51 seconds into this fourth quarter. Joao Vitor picks up his 4th goal of the season. Alencar with the assist. 2-goal advantage once again. So a little bit of breathing room here early in this fourth quarter for Spice City FC. And Krajisnik will look to close the gap once again. Pedro Miranda, the keeper. Out to midfield, Keely Sylvester. Good work by Vieira, protecting the ball from Mayunga of Spice City FC. Retreating all the way back in. Nice work there. Rodriguez steps in front, finds Mayunga in the corner, tried to spin that along the boards. Now, they flipped the goal call around. It's Vitor from Alencar, not the other way, if you heard that on the PA. It was Alencar clearly starting that corner. Waiting on the restart here with 13:42 left to go in this game. And rolled over to Edmar Vieira. Taken back at the line, Sylvester for Spice City FC. Dancing along the wing. Gained the offensive end. Off the boards, bouncing ball. And cut off at the line by Cardozo. Nice work, Cardozo. Dispossessed. Work down and low in front. Oh, and stripped by Vieira. That was a nice pass. Rodriguez had a guy up in front and taken back out to midfield. Now a battle and regained by Victor Oliveira. Drops it back off. With it along the side is Keely Sylvester. He gets cut off by Vieira, who drops it back as Leonardo Gualberto will play it deep in the Krajisnik end and ahead for Sam. Sam on the right side, trying to get around the big body of Russell. Over, top of the key. There's a shot. It was blocked off the foot of Miranda. That was Ronaldo Miranda. And now here comes Spice City FC. Out in midfield, it's Vitor. Vitor had the last goal. And Vitor looks to set up the attack in the offensive end. Gualberto right in front of him, as well as Ronaldo Miranda. And it was Ronaldo Miranda knocked down. And a quick restart. You have an opportunity here for Krajisnik. Sharp angle, they score! Oh, that's a pretty goal by Goncalves. The quick restart, the fancy feed of Goncalves makes it a one-shot game with 12:15 to go. 2:45. Time of the goal for Goncalves, his 8th goal of the season. That's a tough break. The quick restart, allowing that opportunity. Spice City caught napping. Joao Vitor now back to Alencar. They've played a little bit more of a deliberate possession game, Spice City has, in this contest.
Goal scored by number 7.
Meanwhile, played back out to the pitch in midfield. Laurent drops it back to Manny Planas. Planas over now to Eric Laurent. Laurent crossfield, finding Junior Alencar. Alencar has speed, the USA futsal player, firing one. Oh, beautiful goal! What a tally by Junior Alencar to put Spice City back on top by a pair. Oh my, what a goal! So after Goncalves said, look at the pretty things I could do, and Junior Alencar says, you know what, I'll do one better, as it comes at 3:24 of this 4th quarter. 39 seconds after the Goncalves goal, Alencar with his 6th of the year. Don't give Alencar space, he can do some amazing things. 5-3 now as the goal scoring has opened up a little bit more here in this second half. It was just 3-0 Spice City FC at the end of 30 minutes.
Spice City FC goals.
Krajisnik kept off the sheet. That's an unassisted goal for Alencar. Spice City had a 3-goal lead once. Can they do it again? This was the second half they did not have last week. And perhaps if they did, we could be talking about a game for a playoff spot today. Not to be the case, as Juan Gama, facing a rough double team along the board, chip back out to center. Sylvester moves it over. Victor Oliveira's there. Victor Oliveira trying to shake off Bujno, who has the goal that came late in the 3rd quarter off a penalty kick. And now rolled out by goalkeeper Pedro Miranda. Out to the midfield for Cardozo. 4.5 and plus played in this 4th quarter. Sewell works it back. Lamine Sam back to Sewell. Sewell knocks it down with the foot and taken away. And oh, could have started Arboleda. He would have had a long run to try to get to the keepers. A good pass ahead by Richard Rodriguez, but just a little too much mustard on that. As Krajisnik facing pressure. Good work by Rodriguez. The goalkeeper, Pedro Miranda, boots that out of play, and we'll see where they drop it. And it should be right at the top of the key for a kick. If you recall, late in that 3rd quarter, a similar play from Manny Planas resulted in that opportunity for Bujno, and I'm going to put the ball right at that same spot. Well, Alencar's got the hot hand right now. He's played a brilliant game for Spice City FC. Got that goal here in this 4th quarter. Let's see if he shoots it. Oh, feigns it. Russell fires, leg save made. Good stop by Pedro Miranda. And now Krajisnik on the run. Goncalves fires off the boards up top. The shot wide from Vieira. Out of play. And a restart for Spice City with 9:43 to go in the contest. So for a game that literally means nothing in terms of the standings, it means pride for both Spice City FC and for Krajisnik. Even though most of the regulars are not in the lineup, they're playing to win on the road. You know, for a lot of these guys, it's a chance to get a look for the first time by team management in an M2 scenario. Russell defending. Well done against Ronaldo Miranda. They have to throw that ball back over the hockey glass and onto the pitch. And a restart here with 9.5 to play. Make sure during the offseason you're frequently visiting all of the Spice City FC socials, the website, big presence on Instagram. Keep up to date with all of the latest and greatest activities in the summer for this club in the spring. Also, the Newtown Pride FC will be starting up soon. That's a chance for you to get some outdoor soccer. Watch them in Newtown, top amateur team, and a number of the players that have played for Spice City do play in these games for Newtown Pride, so want to go out and support them as well. Meanwhile, here comes Spice City FC in the midfield, chipped ahead, Arboleda, oh, he missed it just wide, it was there for him, oh my. Played back out, Arboleda nearly his second of the game. That would have been a huge insurance tally with 8:40 to go. Alan Carr had that great goal from the right side. Dangles back to the right foot. Slows it down. Now speeds up. Does not have an angle. Now fires one and didn't get everything on it. Pedro Miranda easily there with 8:23 and counting left to go in the game. Spice City by a pair. Sewell. Back to the keeper, Pedro Miranda. Sent out to midfield. Oh, nicely taken across by Mendes. And into the netting for a restart for Spice City, or is that a corner? That was defended by Russell. And a corner kick forthcoming, sent off the boards, and Planis a step in front of Vieira to smother it. Now a long throw. Arboleda, big size, not the quickest guy out there. He does track it down, trying to create space with his feet. Drops it back to Russell. Russell back over to Eric Loren, who does have a lot of speed. No one was there behind him. Goncalves the other way works it across into the attacking zone. Played down Vieira, sharply in off the boards. Mendes, and now back to Cardozo. Send through Vieira. Mayunga there. Rankled off the boards, a chance, oh, off the fingertips of Planis. That was a hard shot from Thaisan dos Santos. And we get a stoppage in play with 7:18 left to go in the game. 5-3, the team's going back and forth here in this the fourth quarter. Vitor opened up the scoring off a set piece from Alan Carr early on, and then Goncalves, after a quick restart, took it coast to coast to pick up a goal at 2:45, and then seconds after that, junior Alan Carr said, I can do better than you, and he struck down the right side with a top corner missile for his sixth of the season at 3:24, and that was the last tally here in this fourth quarter. It gives Spice City FC a 5-3 lead. As both teams are figuring things out here in the final 7 minutes and 18 seconds of time in this contest. Thanks to all of you who have joined us all season long on YouTube. I'm Phil Jubileo. Special shout out to Chris Legates, who normally works the games with me, unable to make it today. We miss him up here in the press box, and we look forward to having him back up here alongside for next season. That's a while away. But we'll get a restart coming out of the media timeout with 7:18 left to go. And we hope you are, wherever you are, if it's a wet, nasty day like it is here in Danbury, hopefully you are nice, warm, and dry, because it was miserable outside. Does not feel like spring. Heard someone talking earlier today saying it's hard to tell the difference between November and March. You're right. There's a chance. Nice diving stop as you had Buljubasic. The shot and the diving save made by Manny Planis. Long range from Vieira. That's blocked. Still loose along the boards. Buljubasic works it back out. Chipped across to the line and regained by Victor Oliveira. Sent back off And now on the right side, Richard Rodriguez retreating back against Ronaldson Mendes, taken away, and the centering pede is broken up and regained by Diego Mayunga. Mayunga softly now. And Russell with it, under 6.5 to go in the game. 5-3 Spice City. You'll start to see Krajisnik pressure a little bit more, trying to force turnovers in midfield to get a odd man scoring opportunity. Hard to dispossess this guy though. Sent in by Junior Alencar, quickly played back out. But at the line, Eric Laurent using his speed to cut the angle and take it away with 6 minutes to go. Alencar to the right. Rodriguez back to Alencar. Looking, sent across the line. Played along the wing. Oliveira back to Russell. All the way through. Rodriguez there, chips it over. As it's passed across, here's a 2v1, pass over, Gama scores! Oh, gorgeous pass, Rodriguez finding Juan Gama. His second goal of the season makes it 6-3, Spice City. .920, time of the goal. 2 unanswered from Spice City FC. Just a beautiful one by Juan Gama. Huge insurance. Spice City FC matching their largest lead of the game. A 3-score advantage. And starting to get late here for United Elite Krajisnik. Now they've got to really amp up the pressure. They'll try to get one back quickly. They were able to close the gap and make it a 1-goal game on that tally by Goncalves after Vitor had scored. So it was the second time they made it a 1-goal game, and Alencar's goal was big as far as insurance goals. The second one from Gama, even more big. Too far for Mekic. Taken away by Alencar. Alencar, oh my gosh, how does he keep that on his foot? He finds Gama. Gama, feeling frisky right now. Gives it over to Arboleda. Arboleda knocked down as he gets the shot in on the cage. It was stopped by Pedro Miranda. Now forced in deep. Ronaldo Miranda moves it over to his left and taken ahead by Cardoso. Long boot in for Goncalves with 4.5 to go in the game. Spice City a 3-goal lead here late. And now they're going to get an extra attacker on. Empty net scenario here, as it is an extra attacker out there, and that was Buljabasic wearing the extra attacker sweater, that green number 24. But they bring Pedro Miranda back out. We saw that here a couple of weeks ago when Alencar was the extra attacker and had the green t-shirt on. I think that number was 77 at the bottom of the t-shirt. You have something differentiating the other jerseys to signify the extra attacker, as opposed to just allowing the goalkeeper to step up in the play that we normally see in most other weeks for Spice City FC. That's not the kind of goalkeeping that Manny Planis brings, though, to the team. Nearing 4 minutes to go. And again, we will see Pedro Miranda start to race back to the bench for the extra attacker. Goncalves works it back into his own zone. Buljabasic is the extra guy out there late in this fourth quarter. Normally in number 5, the extra attacker jersey number is 24. He has it there. Dyson Dos Santos with 3:40 to go. They look to overload, make this a 2-goal game. The same scenario that Spice City found themselves in a couple of weeks ago. Down by 2 and then ended up losing 5-2 in that game. This is good practice here for a potential playoff type of scenario if they need to catch up late in the game in an elimination scenario, which those playoffs are. Buljabasic lost it. Kareem Russell has it. Chips it softly ahead. Tried to boot that toward the open cage. Russell is there. And it's Buljabasic catching that one as he goes all the way back to play it as a goalkeeper, which you can do if you're in that box as the extra attacker. 2:55 to go. Buljabasic dropping it back off. Dyson Dos Santos. Now over to Edmar Vieira. At midfield for Dos Santos. It's kind of like when they quarterbacked the power play in the third quarter, but they were 0 for 2 in that regard. Not very successful. Loose at midfield, chipped ahead and couldn't get it. Over to the streaking Kareem Russell. That was a good play by Dos Santos. Gets it back, knocked it across the line. And he had Bujno as that really hard shot. Bujno again settles it down. Buljabasic's got to hustle back. Meanwhile, here comes Kareem Russell. 2:15 to go. Dispossessed by Edmar Vieira. It is a 3-goal lead for Spice City FC, 6-3 the score. Move back across. Chip back out. Minute 50 to go. And now that one nearly got away from Vieira. He's got to hustle back and track it down. It is loose. Along the near side. Eric Laurent has it to the open goal, and Arboleda scores. That should just about do it. Arboleda with 1:37 left to go in the game. (13:23) time of the goal for Will Arboleda. 4th of the season. As Spice City FC looking to lock it down. Meanwhile, Gama on the regular goalkeeper. Pedro Miranda's back in the cage. Opportunity blocked by Junior Alencar with 1:20 left to go. And rolled up by Planis. Fires it ahead to Gama off the back. Oh, they're going to not allow that as a legal pass. It was off the back shoulder of Gama, who's got a big grin on his face. And a quick restart here for United Elite Krajisnik. 70 seconds to go. Out at midfield, Dos Santos moves it over to Miranda. Down toward the corner. Final minute. Opportunity here, and they score. Second of the game for Goncalves. Here with 55 seconds left to play. That comes at 14:05 of this fourth quarter. And drop back. Gama gives it over. Vitor, back to Gama, to Vitor, 2v1, Vitor to Parkin, score! Kevin Parkin has his first as a member of Spice City FC, and they are crowding the Oxford, Connecticut native. It is now 8-4. Parkin from Vitor. 14-16. Time of the goal. Vitor has had himself a day, by the way. In addition to the goal, he now has 3 assists, 4-point game. Pedro Miranda is just going to come right out of the crease. He was in midfield briefly. Now down to 35 left to go. Parkin just shoved his guy down. That'll be a foul on Spice City FC. And slow to get up is Desan Dos Santos.
Everyone of all ages are welcome to take photos and get autographs with the players.
So Kevin Parkin. Is he just proposing to someone with that celebration? I'm not sure what that was, but he proposed a goal and he got one. Now with 30 seconds to go. Empty cage. The goalkeeper playing it out. Thrown in front. And Planis was knocked down by Alessandro Cardozo on a ball sent into the top of the crease area And it looks like there may be a penalty here on Parkin in the final moment. Yeah, there's a blue card on Parkin with 25.1 seconds left to go. So 14:34. This is the third blue card on Spice City in this game. Although their lead is comfortable late. Pedro Miranda is going to go back to the left of the midfield stripe. Or maybe not. I'm going to have him join here late. Doesn't matter at this point. Spice City FC is going to win this game and finish with their 9th victory of the season and their first in franchise history over Krajisnik as that shot got blocked, loose side of the cage, and they do score. 17.6 seconds left. A power play goal by Krajisnik. It is the second goal today for Armin Bujno. It comes with 17.3 left. That penalty should come off the board, and it will. So Krajisnik 1 for 3 on the power play. (14:42). Ton of goals here late. Spice City FC still comfortably ahead. Sent long, headed back out. Under 10 seconds to go. Ball competed for. Played across too far for Vieira. 2-1, and the horn will sound, and that'll do it. Spice City FC coming away victorious on their home pitch to wrap up the season. Excellent game today for Spice City FC. They earned their first ever victory over United Elite Krajisnik to wrap up the season. And they do it in fine fashion as they go 9-3 in their first campaign. It's the first regulation loss for Krajisnik. They wrap up the regular season with a record of 10-1-1 as they head to the playoffs. And that'll be in Des Moines, Iowa. Make sure you visit m2soccer.com for all of the details. And that'll do it today from the Danbury Ice Arena. For the entire crew, for the general manager Matt Savanda, co-owner Kyle Liddy, I'm Phil Jubileo saying so long. We have enjoyed having you all season here on YouTube for Spice City FC Soccer. Make sure you subscribe to all of the socials for all of the great off-season news information getting ready for year 2. And once again, Spice City the victory. And that'll do it here from the Danbury Ice Arena. Good night, everybody.